Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, well, we're not just making a shopping list.
No, not at all.
We're really trying to craft like a student's personal toolkit for actually thriving in college. From day one right through to finals.
Yeah, making it work.
Our source today is this fantastic, really practical checklist. It basically came out of that question, what do students really need these days?
That's a good question.
Yeah, and the author, they kind of went back to their own university days, not just for nostalgia, but to really pull out the practical stuff. Things that are useful in college, sure, but maybe even, beyond graduation too.
And for you listening, our goal here in this deep dive, it's more than just item recommendations.
Right.
It's really about understanding the tools, the foundational things that empower students.
Yeah.
How you kick off that new journey efficiently, study effectively, right from the get-go. Think of these insights as maybe a shortcut to being well-informed on this, giving you that preparedness, that clarity that lasts way beyond the first semester. We're aiming for those aha moments.
Yeah, where a simple item becomes like a strategic tool.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. The source starts strong, points to what they call the absolute nerve center of student life, the laptop.
Can't argue with that one.
Their words were pretty emphatic. No laptop, no student life. Bold, maybe?
A little bold, but probably true.
But when you think about it, how much it's used for everything.
Yeah.
Note-taking, essays, videos, group projects, club stuff, reviewing slides.
Everything.
Students literally carry it everywhere. But beyond just the uses, what's the deeper thing here, especially for a new student?
That's a really critical point. And the source digs into that using the author's own experience, their own struggle, actually.
Yeah, okay.
They explain why a good laptop is so crucial. They talked about starting university with this cheap, heavy laptop that got unbearably slow.
Been there.
Right. About sophomore year. And it wasn't just annoying. It was a real bottleneck. It actually hindered their ability to keep up.
Wow.
So they learned, the hard way that good enough tech often really isn't good enough for college demands, which is why when they switched later to the lightest Apple laptop available then, it was such a revelation. It was smooth, durable, and lasted years.
Makes sense.
So based on that direct experience, their recommendation now is the Apple MacBook Air.
Okay.
They highlight it being lightweight, super important if you're hauling it around all day.
Yeah.
Its durability, surviving campus life, speed for multitasking smoothly, and a reasonable price point. They call it perfect for students who need something reliable without breaking the bank.
So it's less a purchase, more an investment in avoiding frustration.
Exactly. An investment in sustained productivity, academic resilience. It's about stopping those tech headaches before they even start messing with your focus.
It's really interesting how that personal struggle makes such a strong case for quality right from the beginning. It's not just features, it's about, like you said, minimizing friction.
Yeah.
Okay, so laptop, non-negotiable. But then the source adds something else, optional, but maybe transformative for some people, the tablet plus stylus combo.
Ah, yes, the digital notebook.
Right, and it seems to have a very specific use case, particularly for digital note-taking and highlighting, especially for courses that require diagrams or sketches. I can see that for engineering, maybe art, complex science notes, where drawing things out is key.
For sure. The tablet and stylus, they offer a really different way to engage with the material. If we connect this back, it's about facilitating active learning, not just passively reading.
Okay.
For those subjects heavy on visuals,
Yeah.
this combo can seriously improve how much you remember and understand.
Right.
Imagine marking up lecture slides directly, sketching out a biological process, or working through math problems on paper, but it's all organized digitally.
Yeah, that's powerful.
The source does mention the budget, right? If you're on a budget and already have a laptop, this can be an optional extra.
Sure.
But for students where visual learning or detailed annotation is really important, it kind of shifts from being a luxury to, almost an essential tool for how they learn. Might even cut down on printing tons of paper.
And maybe encourages a more, fluid way of taking notes. Less linear.
Could be.
Yeah.
Sparks creativity, maybe.
Okay, so we've got the digital command center sorted, but what about managing the actual environment? Let's shift gears. How do students focus? How do they shield themselves from distractions?
This is huge.
The source highlights noise-canceling headphones, calls them an absolute lifesaver, and I mean, anyone who's tried studying in a busy library or a dorm
Oh, yeah.
knows even low-level background noise just eats away at your concentration.
It absolutely does. It's a critical point. In today's world, which is just full of noise and distraction, being able to consciously, opt out of that sonic chaos, create your own little bubble, that's maybe one of the most underrated student superpowers.
Huh.
Student superpower. I like that.
The source explains why they're so crucial. Whether you're commuting on a busy train or living in a bustling dorm, they turn those chaotic places, classroom chatter, cafe noise, your own shared room, into a focused zone. It's not just about quiet. It's really an investment in your, let's say, mental real estate.
Mental real estate. Good way to put it.
Yeah, it directly impacts your cognitive load, how much you retain, and it stops that frustrating productivity loss you get from constantly fighting the environment. Less energy spent filtering noise means more energy for actual learning.
Right. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And speaking of keeping things running smoothly, what about when your tech just quits? Midday.
Ugh, the worst.
The source calls it the nightmare scenario, running out of battery when you're constantly moving.
Exactly. And what's interesting here is how these next items directly solve those common, maybe overlooked student headaches that can just derail your whole day.
Like the portable charger, the power bank. Precisely. Students are always hopping between classes, clubs, group meetings, finding an outlet. Not always easy or quick.
Nope.
So the source stresses getting a compact, high-capacity portable charger, preferably with built-in cables. It's not just about keeping your phone on. It's about removing that low-level, constant stress.
That low battery anxiety.
Yes, that low battery anxiety. It can subtly mess with your focus all day long, creating this background hum of distraction. A power bank is really an investment in just staying calm, staying connected, keeping your tools working when you need them, uninterrupted access.
Keeping the momentum, removing those little background stresses. Okay, next up for those inevitable marathon study sessions.
Oh, yes.
Something for comfort and efficiency. The wireless mouse. The source says this makes a huge difference for laptop users, and I have to agree, my wrist definitely felt it after hours on a trackpad back in the day.
Totally. It's one of the small things, isn't it?
Yeah.
That prevents daily frustrations from becoming a bigger deal. A trackpad's fine for quick things, sure.
Yeah.
But for any long stretch of work, editing a paper, using complex software, even just scrolling through research, a wireless mouse is a game changer. It's just easier on your wrist, more efficient for editing and browsing, and keeps you comfortable during those long hours staring at the screen.
Right.
That cumulative effect of being comfortable over, hundreds of study hours, it really reduces strain, makes you more efficient, makes those long slogs more sustainable, better output in the end.
Okay, so we've optimized how they interact with the tech physically, but what about protecting the actual work, the output?
In this cloud-first world, is like a physical backup still a thing? Is it kind of old school?
That's a really good question, and the source argues pretty compellingly that yes, it's still relevant. It actually raises this important point. How do you balance convenience with reliability in your workflow?
Okay.
Cloud storage is super convenient, no doubt, but the source points out the big pitfall. Unreliable Wi-Fi.
Ah, yes. The campus Wi-Fi struggle. Right. Which can instantly turn uploading or downloading big files into a hassle, especially near deadlines.
Yeah, nightmare fuel.
So for those crucial things, assignments, research data, key files, having a physical backup on a USB drive or an external hard drive, the source calls it quick, secure, and stress-free. It's that tangible safety net against network problems, tech glitches, even just accidentally deleting something. It's about peace of mind, really. Lets you focus on the work, not worry about losing it.
Peace of mind is definitely valuable near deadlines. Okay, so we've got students digitally empowered, data secured, risks protected.
Yeah.
But how do they actually carry all this stuff? Laptop, notes, power bank, snacks, day after day.
Which brings us to the maybe overlooked foundational gear, the backpack.
The humble backpack. But yeah, it's more than just a bag. It's like their mobile base of operations.
Right.
The source really hammers home the need for comfort and, critically, a padded laptop compartment. Since that laptop goes everywhere, protecting it is key.
A good backpack distributes the weight properly, saves your back, keeps your expensive tech safe from bumps and knocks during a busy campus day.
Okay.
Now, the source does note that some students prefer larger tote bags for style reasons.
Sure, style matters.
But that core job protection and comfort, that's still non-negotiable if you want your gear and your back to last, practicality and longevity.
Okay, right. We've covered a lot on what to bring. But switching gears slightly, what about the common questions? The ones almost every student asks when getting ready. I bet this FAQ section in the source has some real gems, like getting advice directly from older students.
Oh, absolutely. This section is gold because it anticipates those needs, gives clear answers, really gets inside a student's head before they even know what to ask sometimes.
Okay, so first up, what should students bring on the first day of college? The big arrival.
Right. The source gives a nice, concise list. Student ID, laptop or tablet, notebook, pens, class schedule, printed or on your phone, wallet, and any required documents.
The essentials.
Exactly. And if you're moving into a dorm, add clothes, toiletries, and basic bedding. It's about having a smooth start, letting you focus on finding your way around, meeting people, not running around trying to find a pen or your ID, hassle-free registration, first impressions.
That's a great starting point. Then moving beyond day one, what about the daily grind? The source answers. What should students carry to class? Building out that everyday kit.
Yeah, for the day-to-day, the list expands slightly to the basics. Laptop or tablet plus stylus, notebook, pens, textbooks, student ID, headphones, water bottle, and a portable charger.
Sounds about right.
And it's not just random stuff, right? It's curated for learning and staying productive all day. ID gets you into places, water bottle keeps you hydrated and focused, power bank keeps the tech alive. Each thing plays a part in keeping you prepped and engaged, ready for whatever the day brings.
Okay, good practical stuff. And then there's that other common situation, the trip home. What should students bring home when visiting family? Because nobody wants to forget their laundry or their charger.
Definitely not the laundry. It's super relatable, shows that cycle of student life. The source lists the usual suspects: laundry, laptop, textbooks, assignments, chargers, and maybe stuff they don't need in the dorm for a bit.
Okay.
And it adds a smart point. Many also restock on daily essentials before heading back.
Good tip.
It highlights that these trips aren't just visits. They're often strategic resupply missions. Catching up on work, maybe in a quieter space, and grabbing essentials helps avoid that panic moment back on campus.
Totally. And even before they set foot on campus, that crucial prep phase, the source asks, what should students prepare before school starts? Setting the stage for a smooth launch.
Yeah, being proactive here is key for cutting down that pre-semester anxiety. The source advises, get supplies and important documents ready, confirm registration or orientation details, check your commute or dorm assignment, and review any school notices.
Sort of a pre-flight checklist.
Exactly. It breaks down those first overwhelming steps, gives students clarity and control. If you tackle these early, you can walk onto campus feeling confident and ready, not stressed and confused. It's laying that solid foundation.
Yeah. Connecting all these answers, you can see how they provide that clarity. Stop the information overload by just focusing on the essential actions, anticipating the needs, puts the student in control.
Precisely. And then finally, the source circles back and clearly states what it sees as the absolute must-haves for college.
And non-negotiables.
Right. They list laptop, basic stationery, student ID, wallet, transportation card, phone, and chargers. These are hammered home as the non-negotiables for daily student life.
Got it.
It's a powerful final summary, like the core survival kit, ensuring every student has the basics to handle both the academic side and just the logistics of being a university student.
Wow, okay. This deep dive really has laid out a pretty complete personal arsenal for college, hasn't it?
Feels like it.
From setting up that digital hub to tackling distractions, protecting their work, and then all those great practical tips from the FAQs. These insights really offer a solid starting point. It feels like it's all geared towards ensuring a smoother transition, being really well prepared for academic success.
Yeah, and maybe this raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about.
Okay.
How might having all these essentials sorted, how might that not just help with grades and efficiency, but also maybe significantly cut down on the stress? The stress that just comes with a new environment.
Interesting point.
Because if you minimize those constant practical worries, maybe students are then freer to really engage with the other stuff, the social side, personal growth, intellectual discovery, all the things that make university a truly, holistic experience.
Great space for everything else to happen.
Exactly. Creates that mental space.
That's a fantastic thought to end on. Go forth, use these insights, and most importantly, enjoy that learning journey. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.